Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Squid Sims and I'm so happy you're here. Today I am remodeling, well I guess actually it's like rebuilding the art gallery in San Myshuno. So as you see, I bulldozed the entire thing and I'm gonna start from the beginning. And I really wanted to keep the very artsy, very intricate kind of ish look to it, so it has a lot of weird bump outs. It's kind of like abstract, if you want to call it that, with all of these weird bump outs, and then I do this cool like roof thing with multiple levels. It's super cool and I really like the way that it turned out. So thank you so much for being here today. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm starting to get back into the habit of doing voiceovers. Honestly, I have just been really busy. That's really the only reason why I have been a little bit sporadic with the voiceovers. Life is just busy right now. It's approaching the holiday time, and that's always a super busy time where I work, so that's just what it is. But that's okay. And then I was kind of out for a while, and then I took a vacation for my birthday, so it's been a whole thing. But I'm going to start doing some, more consistent videos. Trying to get back to my regular schedule of uploading Monday through Friday, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm also trying to reevaluate, exactly what days I want to post. If I want to continue with Monday through Friday, or if I want to do like a Tuesday through Saturday thing. That way I'm not like working on the weekends at all. So not that, this is hard work, because it's super fun, but I just don't want to like push myself too much. So that's where I'm at. Hope you all are doing well, like I said. And I guess I'll talk about the build now instead of myself. But feeling chatty today because I've had a long day, and now I'm sitting here talking, and it's like, I don't know, I understand why YouTubers do YouTube things, because it is really easy to sit here and just talk about nonsense or whatever's on your brain. And I don't want to get super carried away, but also I like to talk, so okay, back into the build. So as you can see, I painted some of these weird bump outs and these weird squares like different colors. I think that they all kind of go together. I tried to stick with like not super vibrant colors, but more like darker, still have that like color, like really rich color to them, but a little bit darker, not so bright, because the inside is literally almost all white. So, and I did that on purpose. I really tried to make it look really clean, and that way I could put a lot of different like art pieces and a lot of different things, and it wouldn't clash with like the flooring or the walls or anything like that. So I am just working on the roof now. I actually built this a couple of weeks ago, probably almost a month ago now, when I was just like focused on really working on San Myshuno, and so I don't really know exactly what all I did, or I don't remember, I guess, but I like the way that I did like the different colors in the bathroom. I think that turned out pretty cool. I tried to make it as colorful as possible on the inside without looking messy, and I think I did an okay job of that. I still struggle with using color in my builds, as I know a lot of people do, but this was a little bit of a step outside my comfort zone, and I think it went okay. Also, this sculpture that I just sized up looks really good sized up, actually. I was very impressed with how that all looked, and then I put the little fountain in the middle, and it, when it's like when you're in gameplay and the fountains are running, it actually looks really, really cool. So I was pretty proud of that. yeah, like I said, I tried to do some cool things with the roofing, used a lot of glass roof, as you can see. That side piece that sticks out really far, it actually ended up, I think I either heightened the walls or did something so that I could use the same type of windows all the way up so it looks a little bit better, in my opinion. And then so it's like a whole room of just glass, and at the end I end up like making it into a really cool like seating, outdoor, indoor area, and I think it's really cool. So this place is meant to be this place is meant to be like a skill building place for your Sims. It's like where they can come and practice the piano or practice their art or do other skill building things. I don't actually remember how many skill building items I'd put in this build, but I know it is a lot. Yeah, I put a couple of those murals on the floor, and in the back, I think I used either murals or garage doors, I don't remember, but there's one in that little room. And I actually think I end up changing that to like a kids skill building room. So up here on the very top floor, I'm actually making an art room, like an art studio. And I really like this area for an art studio because it has the glass roof and it has all these windows, so it's got all this natural lighting, which is amazing. And then I just cluttered it up with some art clutter. I absolutely love the art clutter in this game, so when I get a chance to use it, I just use the heck out of it. I was testing it in some different lights, and man, does it look good in the evening. I would absolutely love to paint in that room in the evening time. I really enjoy painting and art and all of that, so I really liked that room. And then downstairs, as you just saw, I put that little kids art room, skill building area where kids can come and paint and draw and all the fun things. And then on the second floor, which is what I'm doing now, I am creating a music room, which is great. And actually, that long skinny room doesn't end up staying. I think I there we go, taking the walls down. And then I expanded the music room just a little bit, put some pianos, or I guess keyboards, a couple of guitars, violin, I think I was to put a kid's violin in there. And then I made this room all blue. I think I put some blue carpet in there too, but I don't do that yet. And then I do some woodworking tables in this open area. I think because the lot type actually required a woodworking table, I did that. It wasn't my intention, but oh well, I think it still looks good. These paintings from City Living worked amazingly in here, of course, because it's in San Myshuno, but I just love the way that they look on that wall. And then I think I end up using this like really light blue wood all throughout the build, and then the concrete right on the murals, and I ended up moving it a little bit so that it would fit perfectly into the little mural square. So I used a ton of different floorings in this build just to kind of make it seem like each room had somewhat of a theme, or like that each room was different, I guess. But I really like the way that it turned out, so. It's a little bit hard to tell exactly where I am doing the voiceover because the video is sped up 550% because it took me an hour and a half to build this. So it's lagging a little bit, me watching it back, but I'm trying my best, so just bear with me. So yeah, in this little room I made like an outdoor indoor room, I guess. I put a bunch of planters where your Sims and the community can come and plant things. Now that I'm looking at it, I actually don't think the inside of those two planters are functional. Sorry about that. But everything else is functional as far as I know in that room. And I put those picnic tables from San Myshuno, or from City Living, and then just a bunch of plant stuff. That way you can plant stuff here and other people can plant stuff here and harvest things, and so you'll get some plants, hopefully. I think I stuck some debug stuff in here, at least in the smaller planters. I stuck some debug trees in there, that way there would already be plants, at least some plants. When you download this build, there will already be some plants in there, which is nice. This also, I built this before the base game update came out with all the new wood swatches, and I wish I would have had them for the planters because that default wood swatch is just not cute. So another thing this lot type required was a bar, and I struggled like figuring out where to put it. Right now I'm putting it in the back, but I actually end up putting it on the second floor, I believe, like right under the stairs, and I did not test that. Don't know if that's functional. Don't know if the barista can get back there or not. Barista? Nope. Bartender. Yeah, wow. That took me way longer than it should have. I don't know if the bartender can get back there when I place it on the second floor, so if they can't, sorry about that. Probably should play test a little bit better when I do these things, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so this is where it actually ends up staying. I'm pretty sure they can go under and around, but I guess we'll see. Haven't had any of my Sims visit this lot yet, and I really haven't created a ton of Sims for my save file because I am super indecisive, and that comes out even more when I create Sims. If you think it's bad while I'm building, it's even worse when I create Sims because there's just so many options and I never know what I want them, and like all my Sims just end up looking the same because I love the same stuff. But then I try to branch out, but then I can't decide like what kind of branching out I want to do. It's just like a hot mess. So I haven't created any really any Sims for the save file that I'm working on. I think that'll probably be the last thing I do after I go through the builds, unless I like make a build for a specific Sim or like with a specific Sim in mind, which I did actually do in one of the apartments that I made into 3 apartments, which I absolutely love that build. If you haven't seen it, it's on my channel. Go ahead and watch it. I think it's called like turning 1 apartment into 3 or something like that. But I took one of those huge apartments and split it into 3 apartments, and then I made 3 roommates. So that was one of the only times that I've actually made Sims for the save file. And of course I have my Sim self living in Newcrest, I believe. I think so. And I think after I'm done doing this voiceover, I am going to build a house for my Sim self, like a house that I would actually live in real life. And I'm going to try to do as much of it as I can with base game because I love the new swatches. Like I think I'm going to use the new kitchen counters and things like that. And if you haven't seen my recent base game build, I just built a house for Newcrest and it's completely base game. And I really love the way that it turned out. So I was looking through those pictures today, or the screenshots, and I was super inspired. So I think I'm going to try again for my Sim self. But yeah, so I'm working on the outside of this build now, and I ended up putting some jet fountains in there, and then behind the bird statue, which I really like. And I had a little bit of problems, what am I trying to say? I struggled a little bit with the landscaping of this build because I wanted it to be simple, but I didn't want it to be empty. So I think I like the way that it turned out, but I don't love it. I wish it was a little bit different, but I don't really know how to make it better. So feel free to download this and change it however you want, especially the outside. Oh, I remember. So I went and used these eco lifestyle things. So I used the greenery ones, which I thought added a nice little detail. But then I also used the wooden ones, I'm pretty sure. The the vertical ones. Does anybody else struggle with the difference between vertical and horizontal? Like, I know which one is which, but I always say the wrong one. I don't know. I just like struggle with talking in general. Honestly, I say the wrong thing like 90% of the time. Today I had to ask somebody how to spell symphony, which was very, very embarrassing being a musician. So that's just how my life goes, I guess. But just adding some lights around, and I think I'm about finished. I am going to add those wood things at the front of the build. But we're getting close to the end here. I played with it a little bit to see exactly what would look cute. I ended up using just 3 of them, I think. And like I said, I think we're getting to the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and you can download this on the gallery. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.